Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of One West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the ISUPK Killeen Sabbath service. And with that, I Mijam. Present thyself, state thy registry. Itazar Gabar, Ban Yahawah, Ban Yashala. Yahawah Shem Yah Shabrakatah.
Yah Rashala.
La Yashala. Tsar. Wapen Yah Hakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Blakbaka.
Blakbaka.
Abaa.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kawawatnawa.
Kabawatnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawawatkinawa.
Kabawatnawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'anawa.
Tabi'anawa.
Banasaya 1.
Banasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashinawa.
Hawashinawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Hayah.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Watapara.
Watapara.
La'awalamyam.
La'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
And we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
The Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Babu Kashah.
Babu Kashah.
Thundernawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakat.
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 Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kal Madawah.
Kal Madawah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarium.
Hamatazarium.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahakuyum.
Lahakuyum.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarshun.
Lagarshun.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The water Amun.
The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wahabaya Saparium.
Wahabaya Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The water Amun.
The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless
Bless
us.
us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Waratazah.
Waratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shalmor.
Shalmor.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarat.
Wayarat.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atapashka.
Atapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Talafka.
Talafka.
Wabu'aka.
Wabu'aka.
Maitha.
Maitha.
Wa'ad Awalum.
Wa'ad Awalum. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From
This time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Altamayelka.
Altamayelka.
Altakarat.
Al-Fakarash.
Altashakwat.
Wa'al-Fashakwat.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabyaka.
Awiyabika.
Yahamayuwan.
Yahamayuwan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Sha'awa.
Sha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayata Ya'aitazawa.
Wayata Aitazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shem Yasharala.
Shem Yashdala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Lab.
Lab.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Baryat.
Barya.
Yakaratwa.
Yakaratwa.
Ahaya.
Ahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama Aliyah.
Wa'mashama'ayim.
Mawaba.
Mawaba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalat.
Wa'amalat.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabya.
I'm Yeshabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamathawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawat.
Zarawat.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salat.
Aishalahum.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Quayashwan.
Quayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayandara.
Ba'ayandara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Ladama.
Ladama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadayabmawa.
Nadayamawa.
Kairab.
Kairab.
Wakazaba.
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 Wakatazalmanai.
Wakazalmanai.
Karnasayakamwa.
Karnasayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ak.
Ah.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Raka.
Raka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Taba'ari Ara.
Tabayari.
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryum.
Haryum.
Khan.
Khan.
Tawadatma.
Tawadatma.
Basa Irika.
Basta Irika.
Wabasawapaka.
Wabasapapaka.
Tablahum.
Tabalahum.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyahum.
Panyahum.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabawa.
Wayabawa.
Ijai.
Ijai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha. Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan.
Al Karatazah.
Al Karatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O power.
O power.
For lo,
lo,
thine enemies, make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
May be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The Ishmaelites.
the Ishmaelites,
Of Moab.
of Moab,
And the Hagarine.
the Hagarine,
Gabal.
Gabal,
And Ammon.
and Ammon,
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
the Philistines,
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah,
Do unto them.
do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
As unto Sisera.
as unto Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of Kison.
at the brook of Kison,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
And like Zeeb.
and like Seir,
Yea, all their princes.
all their princes.
As Zabah.
As a bar.
And as Zalmunna.
and as Zalmunna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of the power
the houses of the power
in possession.
in possession.
O my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like the wheel,
make them like the wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the summer before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame set up the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them without tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid without storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded,
and troubled forever.
in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou whose name alone
that thou whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
of the Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Why Miyaka Allah.
Wa Miyaka Allah.
Hala Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Yah.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahan.
Halawapyum.
Halawapyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakwatazayanyum.
Hakwatazayanyum.
Hakayayoyum.
Hakayoyim.
Wahakwathium.
Waha-Akwathian.
The water.
Yahweh.
Salaki. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
The water Amun.
The water Amun. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Michael.
and Michael,
And the angels.
and the angels,
Commanding General Yohana.
commanding General Yohana,
The generals.
the generals,
The captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
The troopers.
the troopers,
And the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now,
Right now.
right now.
Send evils.
Send evil
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
and punishment
And destruction.
and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against us.
that speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets,
The teachers.
the teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite brothers,
And the school.
and the school.
Send evils.
Send evil
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
and punishment
And destruction.
and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen,
And shake loose.
and shake loose
The treasure.
the treasure
Of the rich.
of the rich
Of Israel.
of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school,
Force their riches.
force their riches
To enter
to enter
into thy sanctuary.
to thy sanctuary,
Send evil.
Send evil
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
and punishment
And destruction.
and destruction
To the Edomites.
to the Edomite
and the nations
and the nation
and their drug dealers,
and their drug dealers,
the court system,
the
prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
the Roman Catholic Church,
the Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
the militia, the Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, and the cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people, that seek to stop us, or bring swift destruction, to all the heathens, that stand in the way, or try to stop us, from broadcasting your words, throughout the planet Earth, let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro, through the earth, and consume them. Let the plagues, shake the house, of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen, that come up against us, as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known, by all, that it is the angels, that have done it. Cause it to be spread, through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake, at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it.
Sar, turn and face the podium. Yeshabia, which means to sit. Last week we ended off at Exodus 33 and 8. Moses had went up Mount Horeb to receive the laws of God, the commandments of God. While he was up there, our people came to Aaron, and because what they said was that Moses was gone for so long that they needed a God to guide them through the wilderness. And they came to Aaron and told Aaron to build them a God to lead them. A great offense to the Most High. And Aaron told them to bring all their gold, earrings, and jewelry. And he formed a golden calf. And the Lord told Moses when he finished giving him the law, he told Moses that the people that, rose up to do evil pretty much. That they sat down to eat and rose up to play. You understand? And Moses came down. Joshua, was a young man that was under Moses. He thought it was warfare in the camp. And, Moses knew it wasn't that. They get down there, and then Moses sees what's going on, and he smashes the law. He smashes the commandments. And then he takes the golden calf and he smashes it to pieces, and he pours it in water and makes everybody drink it. You understand? And we discussed that last Sabbath service, and right now we're going to start off with in the Hebrew with Exodus 33 and 9, correct? 8? Okay, no sweat. In the Hebrew, and then once we read the 7 verses in the Hebrew, we'll read it in the English, and then, give a breakdown. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. With that, we're going to get started. But then, Salakia, let me give a courtesy salute to all the Akim, the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Brakatham, and to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Latham Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 8, in the Hebrew, Wayahaya, Kataza'atha, verse, Kataza'ath, Masha, Allah, all, Allah, Ha'Allah, Ha'ahal, Yakwa, Yakwa Ra, Yakwa, Yakwa Ra, Yakwa Wa, Mahna, Wakwa Ra, Yakwa Ra, Yakwa Wayum, Yakwa Wayum, Yakwa Wamya, Call, Ha'ayim, Ha'ayim, Waka Tazaba, Wakwa, Wanatazaba, what's an ab? What Wanatazabwa, Ayah, Ahasha, Ayash, Pataf, Patach, Ahalawa, Ahawa, Wahaba, Yahaba, what the Wahab Yabat, Wahayabatwa, Ak, Akara, Ahoria, Masha, Masha, I'd, but I would, la, hala, hala. Verse 9. Wahaya, Wahaya, Kabah, Masha, hala, Yada, Yara, Yarad, Amawad, Hi na Ha'ana, Ha'anan, Ha'anan, Wa'amad, Padak, Ha'ahai, Ha'ahala, Ha'ahal, Wadabar, Wadabar, I'm, Masha. Verse 10. Wara'ai, call, Ha'aim, Ath, I'm a wide, Ha'anan, I'm a da,
It's Imad.
Ahmad, Patach, Ha'ahal, Waquam,
Waquam.
call, Ha'aim,
Ha'aim.
Wahasha, the
Wahasha Takaiwa.
Wahatasha Kwaiwa,
Wahasha the Quat.
Wahasha
the
the
Kaiwa.
the Kaidwa. Ayasha.
Ayash.
Ayash. Pata
Pa the Ka.
Patak.
Hold
Ahalam.
on, Sluggy. How you say it? Speak up. Okay, just speak up louder so you can hear and repeat it correctly.
Patak. Ahai. Law. Ahai. Law. Law.
Ahalawa.
Ahawa. Ahawa. Verse 11. What the bar? Ahal.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Alam. Al. Salaki. Mashaha.
Masha.
Panyam.
Panyam.
Al. Panyan. Kaashar.
Kashar.
Kashar. Yada bar. Ayash. Ayash. Allah. Me all. Ra'ayhar.
Ra'ai Hawa.
Ra'ayhar.
Ra'ai Hawa.
Ra'ay.
Ra'ai Hawa.
Hawa. Washab. Al. Hanmahainum. Hamakana. Wamashai.
Wamash Rataiwa.
Ramash Rataiwa. Yahawashai. Bon. No.
Hold on, so like,
no,
is that Bon or
Ben.
it is Bon?
Bon.
Shit, okay.
No one. Nair. La. Yamayash. Mata walk. Salaki. Halam. Ha'aylam. Halam. Ha'ahal. Be sa. Verse 12. Waya Amar. Masha al Ahawa Yahweh Salaki Ra'al Altah Amar Allah Alaya Alya Ha'al Ha'ayl Athaf Ha'amar Ha'ayim Hawa so like Hazah Wa'ata La'a Hawada Wadai Nawa Haina Dive no Haina Dive
Ha Wadai the
Haina Dive the
Noah. Right.
no Ata Ath Ishara. Ishara. The
Is it Ashura?
Ashara.
Okay.
Ashal. Ha. Salaki. The shalak.
Dashalak.
The shalak. I'm ya. I'm ya.
Mhm.
What
I'm
I
ya.
what I the what I Salaki, so you say what I what I what I the what the con I'm a ra I'm a rata I'm a rata I'm a rat I the yeah
So it's like if I could, when you see that first, uh, when you see that first marker right there, so like with the it's a wa, say wa, and then pronounce the rest of the word. So like right here, you got the ya, so ya, and then the I, tayaka. You understand? If you try to like, it's not. You gotta just start with that and then go into the rest of the word. You understand? Because it's like ha, is like my mistake is like the right. Was like and, so you got to just say that part first, then go into the rest of the word.
con
Alright.
so
Go ahead.
what the I with the
But take your time too. Art. You ain't got to rush.
what yeah I what I
Where you at?
the
Show me where you at.
concording code 330
3045.
con sir
So you die dayaka. Is
yeah
that correct?
I
Kogazar?
You
You
die
dayaka.
with a
Go ahead.
Bashim
Wagum.
wag
Wagum.
wagum matazai matazayab matazayab hal haina
Khan.
han oh salagi no salagi han ba I ba anya ba ayanya verse 13 wa I wa the amam na na ma ma mataza atyum mataza atya hi na but idea na ya ba ayanyaka how how would the how would the how would the how would the iron how would the iron how would the I how would the iron how the would iron na ya how the na I when you na ad na ata at the rakan the radka what 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 the what I die le ma I le ma I le le ma ein ama tazai ma tazayim ama ama tazayim ama tazai oh salag ama tazai the salag the con ba na ba ba ayanyaka what the what I ha what I rara I Kaya, Kaya, Kaya. I'm a ka. I, I'm a Amka. Haba. Uh, Haba. Hagal. Salaki. Salaki. Hagal. Hagalya. Hazahai. Hazah. Waya Mara. Waya More. Pananya. Panya. Yala Ka. Waya Walakwa. Ya la Yalakwa. Yalakwa. Wayahina Hai. Yeah. Wayahina. Wahana. The ya. Laka. Lock.
That was the. All right, and then real quick to TikTok. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot of clowns on TikTok, and this is a Sabbath service, so I'm not going to give you guys any more energy outside of what I'm going to say for certain things. To the brother that's talking about he can't read, this is the Sabbath service. This brother could be out in the street selling crack, cocaine, shooting people and stuff. He's in the house of the Lord, learning Hebrew and reading the Hebrew on a Sabbath service. If you can mock that and find that dishonorable, then there's nothing for me to really say to you or to address to you. But that'll be my last time addressing y'all unless there's any like legitimate questions in the chat on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is just, that's y'all job is to scoff and to speak ridiculous things. But we serve the Lord, Yahweh, the God of Israel, not the God of all nations. He's the God of Israel, you know what I'm saying? The God of the Israelites, which is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And if you against that, then that's cool. You just against the power that created heaven and earth, but no sweat. Go ahead in English.
The book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 8. And it came to pass when Moses went out unto the tabernacles that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacles. Verse 9. And it came to pass as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the Salaki.
Go ahead.
And stood at the door of the tabernacle.
Right. So the pillar, the cloud which was a shade, was a shade for the Israelites by day and a fire by night. Moses goes into the tabernacle. This is where, when we were reading in the earlier portions from previous weeks, that the Lord had given specific instructions to Moses to structure the tabernacle a certain way, which it held the Ark of the Covenant. So you had the holy place, and then you had the most holy place, which only the high priest, which at this time is Aaron, right, could go in and offer up, you know what I'm saying, and be a representation for Israel. That's why the breastplate was constructed with each of the stones representing each of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? And the blood that was the blood of the ram that was sacrificed, it was put onto the ear and to the fingertip and the toe of Aaron because he was going in representing that atonement, right? So now Moses is going into this tabernacle, and this is where the Lord said that he would go and meet Moses. You understand? Now, this is not the Lord leaving his throne coming down to meet Moses. You understand? This in that cloud, these are the vehicles of the angels, what we call chariots. You know what I'm saying? So when you sometimes, not all the time, it's always in context. But when you see that word cloud in the scriptures, it's referring sometimes to just clouds that you see in the sky, but then also the vehicles of the chariots. The vehicles of the angels, which are called chariots. And this particular one is coming down to meet with Moses. But he himself, this angel, is a representation of the Most High, but it is not the Most High. All right, go ahead.
And the Lord talked with Moses, verse 10, and all the people saw that the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and worshiped, every man in his tent door.
Right. So our people would come out of their tents. We would see Moses go into the tabernacle, you understand, which was the tent that housed the Ark of the Covenant and housed all the most holy vessels and holy things. because at this time, like I said, we're moving through the wilderness, and I hate to always have to compare it to this but the only way that you can think about it is like a circus. And I'm saying that the way things were structured and built, a circus is structured and built. So once they're done entertaining, they have to be able to break it down fast and be able to move. For those that that are in the school, it's like camp. Our camp is set up in a way to where we can break it down quickly and move and get off the corner when when we're done teaching in the streets. It's the same way with the tabernacle. We had not come into our land yet, so we hadn't set up like permanent residency. We were on the move. When the cloud moved, we followed the cloud. So we had to structure the tabernacle in a way to where we could break it down, carry the ark on poles, carry the table, the Lord's table on poles, carry the tabernacle on poles, everything, and keep it moving. So this was set up like a tent, and each Israelite had their tents. So they would come out and see Moses go into there, and they would acknowledge and worship from in front of their tents. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11, and the Lord spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friends. And he turned again into the camp, but his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle.
Right. Joshua was a zealous servant of Moses. You understand? Like, all he thought about was, how can I help this man of God? You know what I'm saying? He was dedicated, so he didn't leave up out of there. He was one of them brothers that wanted to know how everything worked. He basically, it's kind of like with Elisha and Elijah. You understand? He wasn't Moses' number 2 at the time. Aaron was his number 2, but he was a young man that was zealous for the work of the Lord, man. You understand? So he didn't depart up out of there. He wanted to see how everything worked. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of excellent young men like this brother right here, you know what I'm saying, Itazar Gabar, you know what I mean, that are in the school that want to understand how to serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Not like Christianity teaches, not like our oppressor teaches, but as the God of Israel, you know what I'm saying, has taught us and left in our records. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 12, and Moses said unto the Lord, see, thou said unto me, bring up this people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in my sight. Verse 13, now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, shew me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight.
So what Moses is asking is, because this is like a big thing, it's a big deal. He's led over 500,000 people out of Egypt, this nation that had them enslaved. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has, destroyed the Egyptian army. He's divided the Red Sea. He's brought them into the wilderness, and they don't know where they're going or how they're going to get there. So Moses, as being in leadership, he's asking the Most High, saying, you told me that I found grace in your sight, but show me how we're gonna move, like where we're going. Who's gonna be with me when we're moving through these territories? Because you got to think, in the wilderness and in Canaan, it's occupied by heathens, other nations. You know what I'm saying? America tries to teach you that we're all supposed to get along and be together. Africans, Chinese, Caucasians, East Indians. But when we left out of Egypt, out of slavery, we was concerned like, okay, imagine you crossing into Mexico out of the United States with the cartels and the Mexican police, you know what I'm saying, and the Mexican army. You might all that Christian talk about we are the world. Dang well if you was over in Europe and you had to cross borders into Bosnia, you know what I'm saying, or cross borders into Afghanistan. You're not gonna be all like, God loves everybody. You're gonna be like, we moving into a foreign nation. You know what I'm saying? That illusion that's taught in the Christian church is not in the real world. Our people, we were a nation unto ourselves, and we had enemies. And these enemies were other races. You understand? And so Moses is asking for the protection of the Most High while he makes this trek, this journey with the people of God, and he's asking for the Lord to be with him. That's basically what he's saying. Grace, which is not, how the Christians teach, a license to sin. Grace is an opportunity for God to give you his protection and instruction, right? It's a period of time, all right? Is there any more?
Come on.
Go ahead.
That I that I may find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people. Verse 14. And he said, my presence shall go with thee, and I will give the rest.
Read that last part.
Verse 14. And he said, my presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest.
Right. So the Lord is saying my presence, you know what I'm saying, meaning his protection, right, which is the angels. You know what I'm saying? It's the angel of the Lord that's moving with them in that pillar. You know what I'm saying? And it's the protection of the Lord. He said, I'm going to give you rest, meaning that rest is meaning that you're not going to be harmed by the surrounding nations. When you read up in Chronicles and Kings, when he said he gave Solomon rest, that rest meant that the other nations were not oppressing the nation of Israel. You understand? So even when you talk about, like in Hebrews, and Paul's talking about, there are many who have not entered into his rest. We in the ISUPK, we don't have to deal with, we deal with oppression, but we're not dealing with, what most of our people are dealing with, because we've come up under the protection of the Most High in Christ. You understand? Because we keep his commandments, man. And we have brotherhood, and we love one another. We love our neighbor, not the person that's in the house next to us, but so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, the children of our people. You understand? Because we do that, we have a temporary sanctuary here, man. But the rest that we're looking for is to be back in the land of Israel, and that those imposters that live there are removed. And you know what I'm saying? And Christ is kingdom is built, and we don't have to fear to serve our power anymore because of the oppression of Trump or Putin or whoever else, is seeking power, or, the silly politicians that follow Trump, man. We want to worry about Hispanics being chased down in the streets by ICE, you understand, and rounded up and shipped off. You know what I mean? We'll have a home in Israel, and nobody will make us afraid ever again. All right? Go ahead, Art. The next. Nah. No, we're going to keep going.
Like it. In the Hebrew book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 15, Waya Amar, Allah Yawah, I'm Ayan Panayaka Hala Halakayat Halakim all the Alanya the Alanwa Maza. Verse 16. Waba Maha Waba Ma Yawa die Apawaf Wapawa Kaya Mataza Atia Han Salakia Khan but I not but I Yanyaka Anya what I'm Halawaya Balakatka I'm I'm no. I'm Noah. Salakia. Wanapalayanan. Wanapanana. Wanapal Yanawa. Wanapal Yanai. Wanapal Yanawa. Alna. Alnia. Alnia. Anya. Wamak. Wa'ai. Wa'aim ka. Makal. Ha'ayim. Ha'ayim. Shar. Al. Yeah, al. So like I'll. Panya. Ha. So like Adam. Ma. Pa. Verse 17. Wa ayamar. Wa yamar. Wa amar.
Why you more?
Wa yamar. Yahweh. All. Mawa. Mashar. Gum. Ath. Hadabar.
Yep.
Hazah. Ashar. Debar. Ha'aisha. Ha'asha. Ha'aisha. Salaki. Aisha. Salaki. Kaya. Matazai. Matazai.
Is it Matazai Ath or
Matazai.
Atha?
Matazaata.
Matazai
Matazaata.
Good job, Art.
Han.
Khan.
Salaki.
So
Khan.
look, when it's all the way
No,
silent.
I'm
Oh,
just getting
okay.
confused. Salaki, so I'm just getting confused.
Take your time, Art. We ain't rushing.
But I, yana.
Yanaya.
But I yanan. But I yan. But I yan. But I yan ya.
Yan, yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
What other? What I the Ike. What I the
Ika.
What I the Ike. What I Dike. Bashim. What ya
Why you more?
more? Had I so like the I
Harainia.
I so like what you said. Hyra I that would be it.
Na'a.
Salaki na'a ata at salaki at
Kabaidka.
kabadka yeah wa ya admire what I what ya more Anya Anya yeah aba your you say salagi sir I bayar call to wabia Allah, Ayo, Panayaka, Panyaka, Wakwara, Wakwara, Thaya, Wakwara Athaya, Bashim, Yahweh, Yampanayak, La Panyaka, Wahana,
Wakar.
Salaki, Wakana Ka, Wakana Ta, Wakadanya, Salaki, Wankantaya, Ata, Ashar,
Akhan. Where you at? Oh, Ashar.
yeah,
Salaki.
Ashar,
Akhan.
Akan, Warakhan Mata, Wamakhan Mata, Warakhan, the ya, Ashara, Ashar, Araham. Verse 20. Right. Waya Ayam. Salaki. Waya Wamor. Amor. Waya Amor. La Tawakala.
Get a mic.
Tawakal.
Get a mic.
Lara'ath.
You get a mic.
Lara'ath.
Yeah.
Atah. Salaki. Ath. Panya. Kaya. La'ath. Yara'ath. Naya. Yara'ath. Yara'ath. Naya. Yara'anya. Ha'adam. Wahaya. Salaki. Wakaya. Salaki. Waya Aiman. Waya Amor. Waya Amra.
Before you get started, you need to say the verse that you on so people can follow it.
Come on.
All right.
Verse 21. Waya Amor. Yahweh. Haniyaha. Hana. Makwa Wayam. Makwayam. The Athia. Wana Tazaba. The one Salaki. What not Tazab the
What not Tazabath?
what not Tazab
Is
what
that
not
correct?
what not Tazab
What not Tazabath? What say it again? Oh, not Tazab
Wa not Tazab
the
ba.
stand. I got you. Okay.
all Hatazah Ra Tazawar Hatazawar.
All right, go ahead. Read in English.
In the English, Book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 15. And he said unto him, if thou present go not with me, carry us not up hence. Verse 16.
Hold on a second. So Moses is saying, if you're not going to be with us, we don't take us up on this mission. A lot of people, man, like they live their lives. They want the Lord to approve their will. Like they want the Lord to be with them for what they want to do, for their lust. You understand? But Moses is asking, Lord, for what you have for your people. If you're not going to be with us, then don't take us down this course. You understand? That's why they say Moses was the meekest man on the earth. You know what I mean? Like that was his understanding of his complete dependency on the Most High to have to preserve the Lord's people, his flock. All right, keep reading.
Verse 16, for wherein shall it be known, here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight.
Right. He's saying that he's basically saying, Lord, for you to take us through to get to the other side of this thing, you know, the other nations will know that we have found grace in your sight. He's basically speaking about the Lord's reputation. This is not self-preservation in the sense of, you know, spare our lives. It's, Lord, if you're going to do this and be with us, that's how everyone will know that we found grace in your sight. You understand? It's the Lord's reputation that he's concerned about. And that's something that people should think. Whenever you're making a decision or you're saying something, you should think about that. How if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian and you serve the Lord, you should think about how that affects. How do you increase the reputation of the Most High? Go ahead, Art.
Is it not in that thou goest with us, so shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
I'll read that again. And this is a beautiful thing because we're about to get into a statement that Paul uses later on in Romans that the Lord says. But read that again. Look what Moses is asking for. See, Christianity is a lie. Christianity is a lie. Moses is asking for the Lord to prove that we are separate as a people from everybody else on the planet Earth. Everybody who preaches that the God of Israel is for everybody now and that he wants everybody to be together and now you could become God's people, that's a lie. Read it again, Ak.
Is it not in that thou goest with us?
Right. It's basically saying if you go with us, right, read.
So shall we be separated.
Right.
And I thy people from all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, if that ain't what today they classify as racism, then what is? Right? He's saying if you're with us, then that means that we have been separated from all the peoples upon the face of the earth. So how can God be with everybody? How can God be if the word holy means to be separate, then how can God be with everybody? How would he be holy anymore? And how could his people be holy if he's with everybody? Go ahead, priest. You can get a mic.
Salagi, it's just a heavy point that you're bringing out because there's people who the Lord is going with and there's people who the Lord is not going with. So like you said, it's just that illusion of inclusion in Christianity and which is white supremacy. But it's clear as day in the scriptures that if the Lord is separates his people and he is with them only.
That's a fact. Give him a hand. That's a fact. You understand? And look, that's what Moses, the leader of the Israelites, is praying for. He's asking the Lord to, if you're going to be with us, then that proves that we're holy and separate unto you. You understand? Keep reading, Knock.
Verse 17, and the Lord said unto Moses, I will do this thing also.
See, he said, Moses, I'm going to do what you ask. So the Lord, the God of heaven and earth, is confirming to Moses that what he asked for is what he wants to. Go ahead.
I will do this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight, and I know thy by name. Verse 18, and he said, I beseech thee, shew me thy glory. Verse 19.
So Moses is asking the Most High to show him his glory. Keep going.
Verse 19, and he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee.
So the Lord is telling Moses, I'm going to make all of my goodness pass before you. Basically, I'm going to let you see how good I am, right? Towards you and my people. Read.
And I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee.
He said he's going to proclaim his name. What does that mean? His reputation. What he's going to be known by his people. You understand? So you got Christian Israelites out there that say that the Lord's name is I am that I am, right? And they'll take this scripture and say, well, whatever he says after this, that means that's his name. No. That the word name, having a good name, doesn't mean that your parents are very creative. Right? It means that you have a good reputation. You understand? It's what you're known for. All right? And so the Lord's telling Moses, I'm going to proclaim what I'm going to be known for with you and my people. Keep reading.
I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious.
Hold on. He said, I will proclaim the name of the Lord. And then he begins to say, I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious. Now, where do we read this at? Yahweh, give me that Romans 9. All right. Keep reading, Ak.
And will shew mercy on whom I will shew mercy.
What is the Lord saying? See, you know what Christianity does? Christianity tries to dictate to the Lord. Okay, think about this, right? When you coming up as a young person in Christianity in school, and you have people who call themselves atheists, what is their primary premise for why God can't be real, right? What do they say? Well, if God is good, then why are babies born deformed? Why do good people get cancer? Right? Why do babies get die? Or why do people get, sexually assaulted, or children get, right? That's what they say. And what they're doing is they're trying to say that if God was good, he would intervene in every evil thing on the earth and stop it. That's their criteria, their prerequisite for their having to be a God. But what is the God of the Bible saying right here? He's saying, I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will have compassion on who I will have compassion. What does that mean? That the Lord has the autonomy. He has the right to show mercy to who he wants to show mercy. And if he says, I don't want to show you mercy, he ain't got to show it to you. Why? Because he is the most high power. He chooses who he wants to choose, and he rejects who he wants to reject. And it ain't based off of you being good or not. And I'm going to show it to you. And this is what Paul was saying in Romans. And the Lord's saying it right here to Moses. After Moses asked to be separated from every race on the face of the planet. That's what's going on right here. You got it out? Go ahead. Where start off at?
15.
Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 15. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Right.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
Of God that shows mercy. Meaning that it's not of him that willeth. It doesn't matter how many so-called Caucasians want to believe that God loves them. You can't make God love you. It's not of him that willeth, right? Or if you run into the Christian church, or you out here with your your homeless shelters and your little food trucks, and you think you're going to the ghettos and you're handing out biscuits and chicken, that you're going to make the Lord still show you mercy. No, it's not going to happen. And read the verse above 15. I want to say 13 and 14. Read that real quick.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So the Lord is letting you know that he loves who he loves and he hates who he hates. And we know that Jacob is a people. It's not a religion. It's a people. It's a race and ethnicity. And he loves Jacob. And then this other race or people and ethnicity, Esau, he hates them. So just on a simple level, to say that God loves everybody is not biblically sound. It's not what's in the Bible. God can't love everybody if he hates one people. You got to at least say God love everybody, but he hate Esau. We ain't got a debate on who Esau is right now, but we know whoever Esau is, the Lord hate him. Keep reading.
Come, verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
So is God unrighteous because he chooses who he wants to show mercy to and chooses to hate who he wants to hate? Is God unrighteous? Paul said, God forbid. So you can't say that Paul was teaching to go and save everybody else outside of the Israelites, because he's quoting Exodus. He's quoting where the Lord told Moses, I'm gonna show mercy to who I want to show mercy to, and I'm gonna have compassion on who I want to have compassion to. And then here we see I'm gonna hate who I want to hate. You understand? And I think a little bit above that, it talks about how how when the babies were chose, it wasn't about them being good or evil. Is that afterwards? Okay, go ahead, read. That's the part I wanted.
It's book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
Right. So the children not being born, not having done good or evil, right? Because people think that God chooses you based on whether or not you do good or evil. I'm talking about the other nations. They think that as long as you're a good person, then God will say he's your people. No. God chose to hate who he was going to hate and love who he's going to love, and they had done neither good nor evil. He chose who he wanted to choose. Keep reading.
That the purpose of God according to the election.
That the purpose of God according to election. What does election mean? When y'all go out there and vote for these presidents and you elect somebody, right? You've chosen who you want to be in power. Well, guess what? The Lord had an election too. And he chose who he wanted to be in power. And that's the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And even though you see what's going on right now with so-called Hispanics getting raided by ICE, well, as that's happening, what else is happening? Wars breaking out in our land, in Israel, between Iran. World War III is coming. As you afflict the people of God, you are causing the Lord to accelerate what he wants to happen anyway, according to his purpose, which is World War III, that his people might be back in power, man, under Christ. You can drop that, Yawash. Go ahead, Ak.
Khan, chapter 20. And he said, Thou canst not see my face, for thee shall no man see me and live. Verse 21. And the Lord said, Behold, there is a place by me. Thou shalt stand upon a rock.
Right. So what verse is that?
That's 21, sir.
All right. So the angel was basically the angel was representing the Most High, but he's telling Moses to go stand in a particular place as he passes before him. And over there in TikTok, it's not Bakur, it's frankincense and myrrh. You know what I'm saying? Those, like, the Lord loves the Israelites, like he loves the one animal above all, the sheep. Like he loves one plant above all, the olive plant. Like he loves one people above everybody else, the Israelites. He also has a favorite smell. You understand? And that's that frankincense and myrrh. And that's why we got it lit up in here. Because that's what he loves. He loves us, and he loves that frank and myrrh. And we love it too, because we love what God loves, and we hate what God hates. Right. I hope you understand. Go ahead, Ak. Next 7.
Khan, the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wahaya, bar. Kabadia. Washamayaka. Banarakrath. Hatazawa. Hatazaro. Hatazawar. Washakataya. Washakatwa. Washtaya. Salagi. Kapaya. Alyaka. Ada. Ibaraya. Ibaria. Verse 23. Waha. Wahasor was Wahasoriata the ya Wahasoriata the ya Ata Kapa Ath Kapaya Kabya Wara Ayat Wara Ayat Ath Akh Rayah Akarya Salaki Wapanya La'ath Yara Wara Ara Wa Yara'awa Sa verse Exodus chapter 34 verse 1 Waya Abmar Waya Mar Yahweh Salaki all Masha Pasala Pasal Paka means Salaki Laka Shanya La Salaki Lakata Abanaya man Abanayam Abanyam Karashanayam Karashanyam Wakatabaya Wakatab Wakatabya all Halatah Holocaust Atah Ath Hadabarium Ashar Hayawam Salaki all Holocaust Salaki Hara Ashai Naya Hara Ashai Nayam Yanam Hayashanum Alashar Salaki Ashar Salaki Salaki my screen I'm right all right Salaki Shabarath Shabartha verse 2 Wahayah Nakawan Wakan Nakawan Salaki Labaquara Wa'alaya Wala Salaki Wa'alayata Babaquara Abacor all Har Sa'anaya Wanatazabata Wanatazabta Laya Shamna, Shun, yeah, Shum, Shum, Ah, Ah, I, I'll, Raish, 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 Haha, Hahara, Hahar. Verse 3. Wa'awiyah, Wa'aya, Wa'asha, Wa'asha, Wa'ayash, La'ah, La, Ya La'ah, Ya'alaha, La'ayaha, La'ayah, Ya'aylah, Salaki, Imach, Imaka, Imka, Salaki, Wagam, Aisha, Ayash, Salaki, Allah, Salaki, Allah, Allah, Salaki, Yara'ah, Bakal, Hahara, Hahar, Gum, Hataza, no, Hataza'an, Wahaba, Wahabakwar, Wahabakwar, Salaki, all, Yara'ayr, Yara'ay, Yara'ay, Wa, Yarahaiwa, Al, 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 Moa, Mawal, Hawar, Haharar, Hahar, Hahawa, Hawar, Hahawar, Hawa, Ha'awa. Verse 4. Wayapa, Wayapasal, Shanya, Lakath, Abanayim, Abanyum, Karashanya, Kwawa, Karaishananya, Karaisham, Karaishananya, Karaishan Yum, Wayashakam, Masha, Babakwar, Waya, Isle, All, Salaki, Har, Saya Nun, Saya, Salaki, Saya Naya, Sananaya, Sanyanya, Kaasha, Kaashar, Tazara, Tazara. Tazaraha. Tazara. Tazawa. Yahweh. Salakia. Atwa. Wayakwach. Bayadara. Bayadwa. Sha'naya. Shanya. Salaki. Lakhat. Lakhat. Abanayam. Abanyam. Verse 5. Wayarada. Wayarad. Yahweh. Ba'ainan. Wayataya Taza. Salaki. Amawum. Imwa. Sham. Wa'akwa. Wa'akwa wa'a. Basham. Bashim. Salaki. Yahweh. So 34. Salaki. Is it 34? Khan, yeah, what was it 30? Salaki, sir. 33 and 20. Say 33 and 22. Read the whole thing. 33 and 20. Oh, okay. So, Salaki. The book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 22. And it shall come to pass, while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. Verse 23. And I will take away mine hand, and thou shalt see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen. Verse 34. Salakia, chapter 34, verse 1. And the Lord shall say upon Moses, and the Lord shall say unto Moses, heal thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou break it, Salakia.
Right. So when Moses came down and seen the Israelites with that golden calf, he smashed the first tablets. So the Lord said, carve out 2 more tablets, and I'm going to rewrite it. What's the significance of that? The law ain't changed. In the new covenant, when he says, I'm going to put the law in your inward parts, all he's doing is rewriting the same laws and putting it inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And really, if you want to give that breakdown, it's just that, we're not being forced to do it because there's a priesthood over our heads saying we're going to take your life if you don't keep these commandments. Now we live these things out because it's inside of us. It's not by magic. It's because we know what the Lord expects and what he requires, and we do those things.
Right.
You understand? So with Moses, the Lord's like, you smashed the first one, I'm gonna rewrite it again. There's no new laws. A lot of times they try to separate the law of Moses from the law of Christ, like Christ came up with new commandments. Christ only said the same things that the prophet said, man. That's it. Keep going.
Verse 2. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning until Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount. Verse 3. And no man shall come up with thee, Neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount. Neither let the flocks nor herds feed before the mount.
Let me tell you something, man. Moses was a man of the Lord, bro. Because what y'all understand is that when he got the tablets the first time, he went 40 days without food and water. And the Lord said, "Come up and do it again." Leadership is not for you to get the leadership does not make you a benefactor. You don't benefit off the people that you have a responsibility for. That's how they do in the world. Whoever's the boss, he benefits off of the people. He gets like these corporations, right? Their bonus checks for the year, 3 million, 40 million, 10 million, right? The employees ain't getting that. They may have a 401k that if they pull out too early, they'll get a penalty on it, right? But in the kingdom, Christ said, you're not going to be like the kings of the Gentiles who are the benefactors of who they rule over. He said, because you are all brothers, and let he who is greatest amongst you be the servant. Moses is having to suffer for the people to live. He has to suffer. He has to go and fast 40 days and deny himself to receive the loss, which is more of denial of your lust, to give to the people, man. So, y'all think that the ISUPK that we're like, we're hateful because we put such a high standard on being in leadership, but it's because a lot of the people who you call leaders, they only use you for their own benefit, to benefit off of your trust and faith and resources to make their lives easier and for them to fulfill their lusts. They don't care about serving you. But Moses, his sacrifice and what he did was to serve the nation of Israel. Like Commander Johnny Yohana and the sacrifices that he makes and those that are under him to serve our nation currently until Christ returns, man. You understand? Like, if you want to be in a position of leadership, you have to recognize it ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about the people who need your service. All right, Salakia. Is that it?
Sir.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 4. And he hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. And Moses rose up early in the morning and went up upon Mount Sinai, as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hand 2 tables of stone. Verse 5. And the Lord descended into the cloud and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of the Lord. Verse 6. Salaki.
All right. Imajim. Present thyself and state thy registry.
Barak Yah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashal.
Barak Yah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathon.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathon.
La Yasharala.
La Yashala. Yeshabium. Seated.
Now it's been a little bit, so don't judge me, y'all. I'm rusty. Oh, yeah, my phone on the charger. I can get it though.
Sorry, Christ.
I'm starting right here.
6.
Bar, Yahweh, all, Punyawa, Wayakara, Yahweh, all, Raham, bro. So like Rakayim. Rakayim.
Rakayim.
Rakayim.
Is that correct? Rakayim.
Right here. Commercial. Rockawum.
Rocco 91.
Rahana one. Rahat.
That's the car.
Yeah, right. Iraq. Apayum. Warab. Hassad. Kassad. Wa'amath. Salakia. Verse 7. Nasar.
I think that's
Natazar.
Natazar.
Natazar. Hakassad. Lapium. Nasha. I won. Wapashai. Salakia. Wahata'a.
Wakamath.
Wakamath.
Oh no, Salakia. Wakata. How you say it? Wakata'a. Salakia.
Wakata'a. Wanakwa. La'a. Yanakwa.
Paquad.
Paquad. I won. Abawath. Isle. Bunayum. Wa'ail. Bunaya. Bunayum. Salaki. Isle. Shalashim. Wa'ail. Raba'ayim. Verse 8. Wayamahar. Mashah. Wayaquad. Asa'ai. Arataza. Wayashatakwa. Waya Amor. I'm. Na. Na'a. Mataza Athia. Athia. So like Mataza Athia. Hana. Wait. Hun.
I think it's come.
So like Hun. Ba'ayanyaka. Adunya. Yalak. I got that right. All right. So like Na'a or Na'a. Adawan. Adunya. So like Adunya. Nai. Bakorabian. No what? Bakorab no what? Yeah, that last part got me on that one. All right. Kaya. I'm. Kwasha. Salakia. Iraq. Hara'a.
Salak.
What's
Is it th at the end or just th?
what's a lach? What's a lach?
So is it th at the end? La. I will not know what.
La run the what?
Okay. Walak Ta'i Taniwa.
Walakha ta'athnawa. Walanach. La. Lach. Wanakhalach Noah. That word is very conjugated. Salakia. Waya Amor. Hanach. Anakaya. Anakaya. Karamath. Karath. Salakia. Baraya. Baryath. Salakia. I keep making that just like a middle. What's that? Nagad. Call. Imika. Imka. Imsha. Aisha. Salakia. What's that? Napala. Ashar. It's like Ashar. La. Nabar. Nabara Awa. Bakal, Salakia. Harasa, what's that? Haras? Harataza. Wabakal. Yeah. Hagawayum. Is it Kagalium? So like Hagalium. Or I call Ha'aim. Ashar, Salaki. Atha. Baquarium. Barkawabwam. Atha. Salaki Ath. My Aisha. The name of son that. Yahweh. Kaya. Nawara. Nawara. Hawa. Ashor. So like Anaya. Aisha. It's like Imak. Imka. Verse Exodus 34 and 11. Shamar. Call. It's like Laka. It's like Ath. Ashar. It's like Anakaya. Manasawak. Get on that. Itazawaka. Matazawaka. Salaki. Hayawam. Gotta make this more fluent. Salakia. Hananaya. Garsha. Garash. Mapanyaka. Ath. Ha'amriya. Hamaria. Wahakana Ainya. Wahatalia. What's that? Wahahathia. Right. That's it. Oh, right. This is Wahaparzia. Wahahawaria. Wahabaya Wasya. Exodus 34 and 12. Hashamar. Laka. Pun. Pun. Takar. Takarath. Barayath. Laya Washab. Hara'as. Harataza. Ashar. Atha. So like, yeah. Ba'a. Alaya. Alaya. Alia. Pon. Ya. Yahaya. Lamakwash. Bakwarabka. Exodus 34 and 13. Kaya. Ath. Matazabathum. Mazabathum. Yeah, Salai, that's a Z. So. That is a one. Wa'an. So like Wa'ath. Masabathum. Matazabakam. Okay. Shabar one. Wa'ath. Asharwa. Salaki. Asharyawa. The Karath one. Yeah. All right. Start at 11. 6. Exodus chapter 34, verse 6 in the English. And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord, God merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth. Verse 7, keeping mercy for thousands, giving iniquity and transgression and sin, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, unto the third and the fourth generation.
That's the Lord basically teaching regeneration right there, but we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, unless you want to say something, go ahead.
Now, if I could, that also means that, even though you weren't alive for slavery, God can still hold you accountable for it.
Right, that's a fact. Could you pull up to see if there's any questions, anything? You can go ahead, Art.
Okay. Verse 8, and Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshipped. Verse 9, and he said, if now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us, for it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance. Verse 10. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant. Before all thy people I will do marvels, such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among which thou art shall see the work of the Lord. For it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. Verse 11. Observe thou that which I command thee this day. Behold, I drive out before thee the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Verse 12. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. Verse 13. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves.
Yeah, man. So salvation is, he says it's a terrible thing he's going to do, but this is salvation and the establishing of a kingdom. But he says it's a terrible thing because it's going to be, he's basically saying, you know, it's going to be a serious thing for y'all. Like, don't play with me. But also, like, what I'm going to do for y'all's sake is going to be terrible to these other nations, man. But we're going to go ahead and stop right there, and we'll continue on next week. I'm going to speak to y'all. But, well, Salaki, we can knock out another 7. That's fine. Imagine, which means to stand. Thyself and state thy registry. Yahweh Ash, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. La Yashala. Shabium.
13, 34, 34, 13. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 4. So like, it's the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 13. In the Hebrew. Kaya, Kai, it's like it. At. Okay, yeah. At. Mazabat, bak, tum. What is it? The za, wana. That's a one. It's like it. Wa'at. Mataza. Bat. Batma. Matazabatum. The Shabbat. The Shabbat one. Yeah. Wa'at. I show you one. The Korah, Salaga, the Korat, will not one. Yeah. Keep on the ending. Kaya. Oh. La'a. The Shata. Ko Kawa. La a la all. La a. Akar. Kaya. Ya. Yaha. Yo, it's like Yahweh. See the bar. Quana. Shumawa. La all. Allah. Quana. Hawa. Hawa'a. Verse 15. Pan. The karat. Bawayat. La yawat. La yawab shab. Harataza. Was a nawa. Yeah. Akoya. Allah Yahum. Yeah. Allah Hayim. Allah Hayim. Was a bakat wa. Was a bak wa. Oh, there you go. La Yahum. Allah Yum. Allah Haya Hum. Tongue twister. Kwa. Lock. Laka. Aka lot. Wa akat laat. Mazabat wa. Mazabat wa. Verse 16. Wala kwata. Banat. Mabanat Yawan. Yawa. Labanya ka. Labanya ka. Was a nawan. Was a nawa. Banataya wa. Banatiwa. All right. Atayo Akai Akarya. Yep. Alaya ya. You see that? Alahaya hun. Wahazan wa. At. Banyaka. So like it. Akorya. Oh, I missed. I can't see that one. Allah ya hum. Allah hayum. I can't say the tongue twister. It's like it. Alahaya. Masaka. La'a. The Aisha. Laka. Verse 18. At. Kag. Hamataza wat. Tasha more. Tasha more. Shaba'at. Yamai yum. Yum yum. The akal. Mataza wat. Ashore. Taza wayam. Taza wayat ka. Mawa'at. Lamawa'ida. Kadasha. Kadash. Abayab. Abayab. Kaya. Bakadsha. Bakadsha. Bakadash. Bakadash. Habayab. Ha'abayaba. How you say it again? Ha'abayab. Hold up. Yatazat. Mama Tazar Yum. Verse 19. Kala. Call. It's like it. Pator. Wakum. Owl. Wakal. Wamakoda. So like it. Mawanaka. Makwanaka. Makwanaka. The Zakar. Pathor. Shawar. Wisha. Verse 2. Oh. What I started at? 34 and 13. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 13 in the English. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. Verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Verse 15. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods. And one called thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. Verse 16. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods. Verse 17.
I mean, isn't how many verses we got left? Till 20, right? Isn't that what's happened to us here in America?
Right.
We're born here. We're raised up in these churches worshiping gods of wood, or maybe we go into Islam and worship gods of stone. We all celebrate Christmas. We all celebrate Halloween, birthdays, right? We go a whoring and worshiping after other gods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why these Christian pastors are so wicked and evil, because they don't teach us the things that anger God and cause him to bring evil on his people and punishments on his people, man. You understand? They're not teaching us the things that you know, to walk away and get away from our iniquity. They're getting us further in bondage to sin. You understand? So no, God is not a God of everybody. He's telling you, when you come into these lands, don't associate with these other nations. Like we think it's like black women think it's exotic to be Buddhist. You know what I'm saying? And to do yoga and Taoism and all that stuff, right? To have crystals and they think that's expanding the mind. The Lord is saying that this is what angers him. This is why he is destroying these other nations, because they serve other powers. You understand? So the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you have an imperative. You have an obligation, you know what I'm saying, whether you understand it or not, to come back to your power, to come back to your heritage, man, to the God of Israel. Keep reading.
Verse 17. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods. Verse 18. The feast of the unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I command thee, in the times of the months of Abib. For the month of Abib thou comest out from Egypt.
Right. So when we keep the feast of unleavened bread, which is the Passover, that was a reminder of when we came out of slavery. And before he's given, think about that, he's given us a celebration, a feast day, a holiday in honor of us coming out of slavery. And what are people celebrating today? Juneteenth. Now you tell me that ain't spiritual, Lock. How spiritual is that? You got black people celebrating when white people let us go free, and we ain't free, because you got ICE raids going on right now, and they putting people in. Officer Natazab just brought out that they're building there's a private prison that ICE has contracted out in Georgia, where they taking our Hispanic brothers to jail, to prison. But we're out here celebrating Juneteenth when the white man gave us freedom. What freedom did we get? That's spiritual. That's spiritual, man. You know why Hispanics are being raided? You know why blacks are being locked up at such high rates, blacks and Hispanics? Is because we violate this right here. We don't want to celebrate our feast days. You understand? We want to celebrate what our oppressor gave us. You understand? You want to call us, weirdos and Power Rangers and all this other nonsense. Let me tell you something, man. We don't care. We're fools for Christ. Right. We'll be all that. Cosplay, anything you want to say. We don't give a damn. You understand? You know what we want? We want Israel and Iran to continue. We want it to turn up a World War III. We want Christ to come back with 200 million angels and destroy all these governments, all these powers on the earth, man. So we can have our rest and have our freedom, man. You think we give a damn about how you talk about the clothes we wear? You know what I'm saying? Y'all more mad at at the garments of the Lord than skinny jeans, man. Good night. Or crop tops. When brothers start wearing crop tops, bruh? Man. Yeah, man, listen, man. Man. We want the spirit of the Lord, not the spirit of the world, man. Keep reading, Knock. Is that it?
I got two more.
Go ahead.
Come is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 19. All that opened the matrix is mine, and every firstling among their cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is made. Verse 20. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou redeem
he don't want a jackass. That's what he's saying. You don't give me a jackass. Redeem it with a lamb.
Right.
Everything that come out the matrix. What's the matrix? It's the kobas, that box. You understand? And he's talking about the animals, but this is also applying to the princesses of Zion. That he's talking about Ma'ashera. The first that comes out of the womb of an Israelite woman belongs to the Lord. And you know what that meant? That meant that because why? The firstborn of the Egyptians were slaughtered. And who was not slaughtered? The firstborn of the Israelites. But the judgment went forth. So you have to slaughter a lamb, the first of a lamb, to redeem the firstborn of Israel, which was his too. That Passover, that blood, listen, man, the salvation in that blood, God is not playing. Oh, I didn't take out your sons. Then remind me by slaughtering that lamb that I spared your sons. And then what the Most High do? I ain't gonna get into what I mean. He sent his own son, his best, to spare us again. Salaki, but he don't want no jackass.
Right.
He want a lamb. Go ahead.
Like read it from the top. Verse 20. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou redeem him not, then shall thou break his neck.
Bruh, if you don't replace him with a lamb, snap his neck. I hope you understand the spirit of the Lord.
Come on, sir.
He's showing you his spirit. The Holy Spirit. All right, with that.
I got some more.
Oh, go ahead.
And the firstborn of thy sons thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty.
Listen, he said, the firstborn of thy sons thou shalt redeem, meaning that because I spared your sons in that plague of Egypt, that final plague, then then every year you're gonna redeem that to me. You're gonna pay a price for that. People think the gift of salvation is free. What Paul say? Present yourselves as what? A living sacrifice. It is a price, man. Christ paid a price, and you think you ain't got to pay a price? It's a price to be paid. That's the power that we serve if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. But with that, we're going to close out in Amijim, which means to stand. Salute the Torah. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakya. 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 All right, Sar Wapen Yahakadam, which means to turn and face the east. We'll close out with the prayers. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malawaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Hawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathanawa. Lakom. Call. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawaknawa. Hasalaknawa. Kabawaknawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'ayanawa. On side one. Abal. Hawashayna. Mayan. Ra. Hayah. Baka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapara. La'avalamya. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
Pray for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai. Baba Kushah. The Thunderlord. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Kol Makala. Makol Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarian. Hakak. Bakwiyum. Amathium. Hakak. Arakawa. Hatamala. Lagarshun. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water among. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Pray to bless Israel in Hebrew.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim
Yahushai. Barak Manawa. Wayashala. Wahaba Yasaparian. Barak. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew.
Asha'ah. Ayunya. Ahahorium. Mayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ma'ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Ba'arataza. Ayathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashun. Shalomar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarai. Yashamar. Aknapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'atha. Wa'id awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is the shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Aldamayalaka.
Aldamayalaka.
Althakarash.
Althakarash.
Althashakwat.
Althashakwat.
All. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabjika.
Awiyabjika.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Mashanayaka.
Mashanayaka.
Sha'awa.
Sha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash. Al-Aimaka.
Yariyamwa.
Yariyamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayata Yaitazawa.
Wayata Aitazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Kawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shamyasharala.
Shamyasharala.
Iwad.
Iwad. Kaya. Nawaitazawa. La. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Baryat. Yakarathwa. Ahaya. Adawam. Wamashama Alyam. Mawaba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Wamawan. Wamalat. Palashat. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarwad. Labinya. Lawat. Salat. Aishalahum. Kamadian. Kasayasara. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayandara. Hayawa. Daman. Ladama. Shayathamwa. Nadanabiwa. Kairab. Wakazaba. Wakazalmanai. Karnasayakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nairashat. Lanawa. Nawa. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayathamwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. La Pinya. Raka. Kaash. Taba'ariya Ira. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Haryam. Khan. Daradapma. Basa'irika. Wabasawapaka. Tabalahum. Mala'a. Punyahum. Kwalawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayahabahowa. Aja'ai. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahawa. Labadka. Ayuwan. Al-Kaharatazah. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O power.
Be not still, O power.
Below. Thine enemies. Make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarine, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zieb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of the power and possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burn up the wood, as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Lahayim? Matazab Yah.
Yahana.
Alawap Yahana. Halawapium. Hasaranyum. Hakwatazayanyum. Hakayayoyum. Wahakwapian. Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushai.
The water among.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless me, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahweh.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Hear the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, and the Israelite brothers at the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter to thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, the militia, the Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. Sar, turn to face the podium. We'll give a courtesy salute to the Akims, to the brethren. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Rakatah. Yagmatah, Sar, turn, face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yagmatah, class dismissed.